with this game today. They're about to tip it off right now. The big man, Bowl in the middle. I am joined by Chris Marlowe, Katie Ward starting in lineups. I'll let you take this one there, Chris Marlowe. You do this for a living.
All right, Grant and Millsap with Bowl.
It looks like a video game, but this is the real deal. That's the beauty of it. This is real basketball, and we haven't seen this in 133 days. It's the best.
Well, the Wizards, what can you say about them? They're missing three of their top players, and then you've got 6'9" Jeremy Grant and Troy Daniels. It might be one of the taller starting lineups that ever has started in the game.
Yeah, he's a dynamic offensive guy.
Jokic has got a mouse in the house here, and
keep hearing about all the weight that Nikola's lost. I don't know, maybe it's my eyes. He looks like the same Nikola that we saw at the last month of the season.
Is the guy that we last saw. I mean, minus maybe 3 more pounds. But I just think he did such a great job leading up to that.
Okay, look, it's going to be sloppy, it's going to be messy, but the turnovers, the rebounding, and the three-point defense were areas that he really wanted them to focus in on.
That's good. But they're going to play that way anyway, so the Nuggets, this will be interesting. Their transition defense will be, will be tested.
Shoulder injury. Davis Bryant decided he wasn't going to play. Technical foul free throw here for Joker.
Outside of Zion, I mean, there were some rookies that had some really good seasons, and he was one of them. I mean, he's a really good player for them. I know that they like his future.
We know Harris was hot at the end of the year, and Jokic, he's streaky also. But I think this Nuggets three-point shooting team is a lot better than around 37%, maybe even higher than that.
Well, to your point there, Marlo, after the All-Star percent, number 13 field goal percentage team. So, they were looking to make strides in that area.
Three as the Nuggets have an early lead over the Washington Wizards.
Convince Malone that he's a guy that should get time. But you look, there's some play-by-play for you.
Were you guys fast? He said a few days ago, he said the one thing he's discovered, he's got to get his hands up.
You really don't have to.
But Troy Daniels has gotten some good reviews in camp also.
The Nuggets signed him right before the deadline after the Lakers let him go. And I thought he hit some key shots for the Lakers.
Physical with him in the playoffs last year. They're going to do it again this year. How can he withstand that? Well, extra muscle helps. Experience from last year.
They're way behind the Magic and the Nets. And they have no chance of moving up to 8.
But it is if you don't have Bradley Beal. And, that's
wants to get anywhere close to the basket when he's in.
Troy Daniels, Noah Vonleh getting a chance to play a little bit here.
Everything's on the table. I think the massive amount of zone that we're seeing here today is as a result of, few plays.
And when he's on the floor, oh, look at, Maul taking it in. But I'll say this, against the Rockets in particular, especially.
I don't know, I was asked to join this, and as the conductor of the Bowl hype train, I'm here for this. So I think that's why.
I see. How do you keep this kid on the bench?
You're asking the wrong guy, because I tweeted out I'm playing him.
The Nuggets.
Yes, it's going to help a whole lot. I think it'll help keep both Vic and Mosier sane too. As a bald man, it's upsetting to me that he decided to stay with a shaved head and then went with the hair.
So right now, I would guess they're feeling it. They need their second win to hit them a little bit, because this is the first. I mean, they scrambled.
Wool not in the game at the moment. I think the one interesting thing that, because the Nuggets are shorthanded, it's kind of been a blessing in disguise with it.
What's interesting too about this court is there's so much space on the sideline. Venus to it, but taking care of the ball every possession has got to be important.
Roster and is on the guys that can play, gives them great height in the front court, great depth.
Watch, to be honest with you, sloppy to say the least.
On offense and defense.
Nuggets have been stuck on 32 since Hector was a pup.
Oh.
No, Nuggets will go 16 deep.
Yeah.
And you're not going to put in a guy that you don't trust or that you don't know exactly what you're going to get every single day.
A 9-point lead right now. Joker playing point guard for most of the day, and Troy Daniels can't handle that pass. Here we go.
Well, it's a little bit of a mixed bag. I mean, I think there's early on, especially offensively, listen, it was a
baseline shot. But he will be, as he gains more knowledge of the players in the NBA, on how the Nuggets playing almost
to move his feet, so forcing him in different directions. It's so cool to see his basketball athletic and is quick.
Well, what once was a double-digit lead for the Nuggets has been whittled down to 3. Wizards have it to 3. Nice.
That's going to be a key going into those seeding games and into the playoffs. Millsap should be nicely rested.
Last team's starting to find those openings up right here.
Another dump to Grant.
Like the same thing again.
Bol goes to the foul line.
Well, and
it's their best free throw shooting percentage. Bol with the block in 30 years. Now Daniels.
He can run the court for you, and then he doesn't even have to jump.
So far.
Well, he's not quite as tall as his dad.
Jeremy Grant. Our old friend Irv Brown used to always talk about the hips. You got to watch a guy's hips, whether they're flexible enough, whether it's football, basketball.
But you don't want to get too carried away. It's the first really exhibition game after a long layoff, and.
See, another thing, obviously you're starting the big lineup, which is kind of fun to watch. Guys, you get 4 big guys.
The Wizards hanging around, down by 3.
I can't see the game. I can just see you.
I can't see Chris. Up by Joker, put Bobo in the corner. Just being able to play basketball. You and I were in Dallas March 11th when it ended, and so just the excitement of being able to play.
Ball forward in a big man's body the way he plays, and there really wasn't a defensive presence, a rim protector.
Daniel vouched this also because he played against Bobo's dad. Manute had 14 blocks.
Chances defensively, you can overplay, not be worried about getting beat backdoor. And so having a shot block or a Bol has, that's for sure.
Well, Scotty, a little bit earlier before but his reach 7'9", which is something you like to talk about. That
He don't care about speed or vertical or nothing. All Chris talks about is the length. Now, I will say this,
that for a volleyball player, but Scott, you make a great point. That the game is more.
Hachimura looks like a player.
I'm on Denver, and to make this team when everybody gets back, he's got to continue to be a maker. And if so, and I think Dempsey talked about it, we're actually going to be going to a studio live, and we're going to have big camera feeds coming in. It's going to be a lot more technical. This right here is...
He's back on. Major League Baseball starts this weekend, and NBA back. And I think the commissioner's done an admirable... I think most of the players feel good about this, and it's great to have basketball back.
Bol now. A little bit unusual, although Jokic and Plumlee did that a little bit last year. Now Bol for 3. Jokic, kind of an interesting mishmash of good basketball, some sloppy basketball, getting a chance to see some of the Nuggets, new Denver Nugget. You were a coach for a long time. When you see a guy that you haven't seen play much and he sparkles like this, what goes?
Chris, that's a great question. The one thing that you're seeing is he's proving what he can do.
And even Hall of Famer Dan Issel failed once or twice in career. How do you come back? It's today, tomorrow, or Saturday. I mean, maybe you probably get some more players back and so on. Katie, this may be an exhibition, but Michael Malone's going to be talking about competing. But this is about
out today by head coach Michael Malone. I don't think anything wrong. Just didn't choose to play him today. Same with Will Barton as the Nuggets slowly. Katie Wingy, I was told that one of the reasons Jamal Murray, just got this in my earpiece, Jamal Murray was
and you're getting them down 5-on-5, not 3-on-3 or 4-on-4. But I like him. Don't finish.
Able to kind of one dribble it or two dribble it up to the layup, go and get his own rebound and dunk it back through. I mean, and those your superstar, Nikola Jokic, is maybe one of the most unselfish players in the NBA. So
yes.
You're going to be able to find your opportunities, and to your point, Bol is.
And you know what the next questions asked, Marlo, is coming up?
Nuggets defense clamping down.
Hey, Ryan.
Well, the big thing is that you can really let your mentality come out. You know, if I'm practicing against Scott Hastings, other professionals, and you get to kick it into that extra high gear, even in a scrimmage, especially in the NFL, I always love starting a fight, man, because somebody was
Streak alive!
So it's
Streak
not
alive! Streak alive, baby!
Here, it's a 3-point game with the Wizards. How important is just getting the win to him? Yeah, there's a chance that all three could play Saturday when the Nuggets tee it up again. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would say game number 2 is going to be more of the regulars, and then game number 3 would have to be Miami Heat.
See, and I disagree. And I'm not saying they won't. People that are coming to play in that third game, he may not want to show Miami much.
Well, Hastings, that's super interesting. Scouting report's a lot easier. So Coach Malone was talking about the potential of using like visual elements to call plays to make it.
Scouts the NBA team. They all know the calls anyway. I've watched them down in the press room like 6 dudes.
Explosive offensive team, although they played better on that end after the All-Star break. But I like that matchup against the Nuggets. So, you know,
NBA Finals. That's what I want to see.
All right, 35 seconds remaining. The Nuggets look like they have this one in control.
You know, if you're saying a guy can block shots, he's showing you that. If you're saying a guy can hit a three-point shot, he's showing you that. He can run the court. He's showing you.
Our social media, Nuggets social media day, a bubble running left wing, catching it in the fast breakout in front of